dear students, welcome. So in today's class, we are going to deliver one fine story. The story was written by one famous Nigerian writer. He is from Nigeria, Chinua Achebe. The title of the story is Civil Peace. In this story, Chinua Achebe, he has described the incident, the events that was happened in Nigeria. When Nigeria faced one civil war, there was internal conflict in 1967 to 1970. There was a great internal conflict in the country. Due to the internal conflict, many people were distracted, many people were killed in the war, and people were died of starvation and famine in the country. So this story is being based on that matter from Nigeria. So dear students, now in today's class we are going to deal about this story, that is Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. This story, Civil Peace, was published in 1971, is set in the aftermath of the Nigerian Civil War. It is about the effect of the Nigerian Civil War on the people, and the civil peace that followed. Nigeria became an independent nation from the British colony in 1960. The Nigerian Civil War began in 1967 when the Igbo tried to separate from Nigeria to form the independent Republic of Biafra. After the enduring 3 years of bloody battles, the Igbo were forced to surrender in 1970. Ending the war, Biafrans suffered a severe famine. Famine means a lack of food. Due to the effect of war, nearly 1 million people died of starvation. That is the incident happened in Nigeria. The writer Chinua Achebe from Nigeria, he described about the incident, the event that was happened in Nigeria during that period. Students, Chinua Achebe, one famous Nigerian novelist, poet, professor, and critic. He has written various literary texts, various literary masterpieces in his lifetime, especially from Nigeria. So in today's class, being based on it, the story is Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. Now let's start the plot of the story by Chinua Achebe. Well, students, in the story we see there are three main characters. Uh, One is Jonathan Iwigbu, and Maria Iwigbu, his wife there, and the leader of the thieves. Three central character in this story. That is Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. Now let's start the story. According to the story, यो कथा अनुसार जोनाथन आइवग्बु इज अ प्रोटागनिस्ट अफ द स्टोरी. जोनाथन आइवग्बु नाम गरेका पात्र चाहिँ यो कथाको मुख्य पात्र हुन्. टु एक्सप्लेन बोथ गुड एन्ड ब्याड फर्चुन टु हिमसेल्फ एन्ड अदर्स, ही अफन रिपिट्स द फ्रेज नथिङ पजेस द गड. र यो कथाको मुख्य पात्र जोनाथन, उनले आफैले आफैलाई भाग्यमा विश्वास गर्थे र उनले बारम्बार भन्ने गर्थे कि नथिङ पजेस द गड, भगवानलाई केही पनि कुराले पजल्स गराउन सक्दैन, भगवानलाई केही पनि कुराले चाहिँ रोक्न सक्दैन भन्ने उनले बारम्बार त्यो शब्द उनले दोहोऱ्याउने गर्थे. उनले जति बेला पनि यही भन्ने गर्थे कि नथिङ पजल्स द गड. He has survived in the Nigerian civil war along with his wife and his children and considered himself lucky. र जोनाथन आफैले आफैलाई भाग्यमानी सम्झेका थिए, किनभने नाइजेरियामा ठुलो गिरियुद्ध भएको थियो. त्यो गिरियुद्धमा चाहिँ धेरै मान्छेहरू मरेका थिए. त्यस्तो घटनामा चाहिँ परेर जोनाथनको परिवार पनि बाँच्न सफल भएको थियो. जोनाथन अनि उनको श्रीमती र उनका 3 जना बच्चाहरू बाँच्न सफल भएका थिए. हुन त उनको एकजना कान्छो बच्चा मरेको थियो, त्यही पनि जोनाथनले आफैले आफ्नो परिवारलाई भाग्यमानीको रूपमा मान्दै आएको थियो. He also has his bicycle which he buried during the war. To make sure it would not be stolen, he turns it to a taxi to make the money. र जोनाथन आफैले आफैलाई भाग्यमानी मानिरहेको थियो. उसले युद्ध हुनुभन्दा अगाडि चाहिँ उसले आफ्नो साइकल एउटा माटोमा खाल्टोमा चाहिँ उसले पुरेर राखेको थियो. जब युद्ध सकिन्छ, युद्ध सकिसकेपछि उसले आफैले आफैलाई आफ्नो परिवार सबैलाई सफल बाँचेको रूपमा पाउँछ. अनि त्यसपछि उसले त्यो जुन साइकल जहाँनेर उसले गाडेर राखेको थियो त्यहाँ गएर हेर्न जान्छ, अनि उसले हेर्छ अनि भेटाउँछ जुन चाहिँ हराएको थिएन. त्यसपछि उसले त्यो साइकललाई चाहिँ ट्याक्सीको रूपमा प्रयोग गर्छ र जसले गर्दा उसले छोटो समयमा पनि धेरै पैसा कमाउँछ. इन 2 weeks he makes 150 pounds र उसले 2 हप्तामा चाहिँ 150 पाउन्ड्स कमाउँछ। जोनाथन देन ट्राभल्स टु इनुगु द क्यापिटल सिटी र जोनाथनले ऊ त्यसपछि ऊ आफ्नो राजधानी सहरमा इनुगु भन्ने राजधानी सहरमा ऊ जान्छ। टु हिज सरप्राइज he see that अनि उसलाई एकदम आश्चर्य लाग्यो कि उसको घर जहाँनिर उसको घर थियो उसको घर जस्ताको तस्तै थियो, घर केही पनि भएको थिएन। घरको चाहिँ थोरै संरचना अलिकति बिग्रेको थियो, नत्र भने घर चाहिँ जस्ताको तस्तै भएको थियो। त्यो देखेर ऊ आफै एकदमै आश्चर्यमा पर्यो र उसलाई खुसी पनि लाग्यो। हिज हाउस इज स्टिल स्ट्यान्डिङ वेन अदर स्ट्रक्चर अराउन्ड इट आर रिमेन र उसको घर वरपर भएको अन्य घरहरू सबै भत्केका थिए, सबै चाहिँ बिग्रिसकेका थिए भने उसको घर चाहिँ केही पार्ट चाहिँ बिग्रेको थियो भने घर जस्ताको तस्तै थियो। द हाउस रिक्वायर्स सम रिपेयर्स सो इमिडिएटली कलेक्ट्स जिङ्क्स वुड एन्ड कार्डबोर्ड एन्ड हायर्स अ कार्पेन्टर टु कम्प्लिट द वर्क। अनि त्यसपछि जोनाथनले चाहिँ आफ्नो घर त्यति बिग्रेको नपाइसकेपछि उसले चाहिँ केही कार्पेन्टरहरू केही मानिसहरूलाई बोलाएर चाहिँ उसले आफ्नो घर चाहिँ मर्मत गर्छ। अनि मर्मत गरिसकेपछि जोनाथन ही मुभ्स हिज फ्यामिली ब्याक होम अनि उनीहरू आफ्नो घरतिर फर्कन्छन्। द फ्यामिली वर्क्स हार्ड टु अर्न मनी एन्ड रिबिल्ड्स देयर लाइफ्स। त्यसपछि फ्यामिलीले चाहिँ धेरै मेहनत गर्छन्। जोनाथन आफै, जोनाथनको श्रीमती मारिया अनि बच्चा बच्ची सबैले एकदमै मेहनत गरेर चाहिँ उनीहरूले आफ्नो चाहिँ गुजारा गर्न सुरु गर्छन्, आफ्नो घर राम्रो बनाउन सुरु गर्छन्। जस्ट चिल्ड्रेन पिक्स म्याङ्गोज एन्ड सेल देम टु सोल्जर्स वाइफ्स र उनका छोराछोरीहरूले चाहिँ आँप लगेर चाहिँ सोल्जरहरूका श्रीमतीहरूलाई आँपहरू बेचेर पैसा कमाउन सुरु गर्छन्। अनि मारिया जोनाथन वाइफ मेक आक्रा बल्स टु सेल दियर नेबर्स र जोनाथन वाइफले पनि विभिन्न किसिमका सागसब्जीहरू चाहिँ बेचेर आफ्ना छिमेकीहरूलाई बेचेर चाहिँ उनले चाहिँ पैसा कमाउन सुरु गर्छन्। यसरी जोनाथनलाई चाहिँ उनको श्रीमती, उनका बच्चा बच्चीहरूले निकै साथ दिन्छन् पैसा कमाउन, आफ्नो लाइभलीहुडको गुजारा चलाउनको लागि, उनीहरूको आफ्नो जीवन स्तर चाहिँ उकास्नको लागि उसका परिवारले पनि जोनाथनलाई ठुलो सहयोग गर्छन्। When he comes to know that his job is as a miner is not possible, he involves in selling palm wine. अनि त्यसपछि उसले आफ्नो जुन पहिला माइनको रूपमा काम गर्थ्यो, एउटा खानीमा काम गर्थ्यो, जब यो युद्ध भइसकेपछि उसले आफ्नो खानीमा काम गर्ने काम चाहिँ गुमाएको थियो। त्यसपछि उसले एउटा सानो बिजनेस गर्न सुरुवात गर्यो, उसले पाल्म वाइन चाहिँ बेच्न सुरु गर्यो। जोनाथन इज गिभन एन अवार्ड अफ 20 pounds फर टर्निङ इन बाफ्रियन मनी टु द ट्रेसरी। र यसरी जोनाथनको परिवारले निकै मेहनत गर्यो अनि उनीहरूको बच्चा सबैले मेहनत गर्दा जोनाथन एकदमै छोटो समयमा उसले धेरै सफल व्यापारिक रूपमा अगाडि बढ्यो, जसले गर्दा तत्कालीन सरकारले चाहिँ जोनाथन निकै मेहनती मान्छे, उसको परिवार निकै मेहनती भएको कारणले गर्दा सरकारले उसलाई चाहिँ 20 pounds चाहिँ पुरस्कारको रूपमा दिने घोषणा गर्यो। He leaves the office with his money in his pocket, taking care so no thief should get it. अनि जब जोनाथनले चाहिँ त्यो 20 pounds चाहिँ बक्सिस पायो, उसले उपहार पायो, अनि उसले त्यो पैसा आफ्नो साथमा पकेटमा राखेर एकदमै ध्यान दिएर ऊ त्यहाँबाट निस्क्यो। र ऊ निस्कँदै गर्दा उसले सोचेको थियो कि कसैले मेरो पैसा लुट्छन् कि भनेर उसले चाहिँ त्यो पैसालाई आफ्नो खल्टीमा राखेको थियो। अनि ऊ एकदमै सजग पनि भएको थियो, एकदमै कसैले मेरो पैसा चोरिदिन्छन् कि भनेर चाहिँ ऊ एकदमै त्यसतिर एकदम ध्यान दिइरहेको थियो अनि होसियार पनि भएको थियो। र जब त्यो पैसा ल्याएर ऊ घरमा राख्यो अनि त्यो रात, द्याट इभिनिङ ही हेज अ ट्रबल इन फलिङ अस्लिप। त्यो रात जब ऊ सुत्दाखेरि उसलाई निकै गाह्रो भइरहेको थियो, कसैले मेरो पैसा लुट्छन् कि भन्ने ऊ भित्र मनमा डर भएको थियो। ही फाइनली डज सो वान्ट टु बी अवेकन बाय पाउन्डिङ अफ द फ्रन्ट डोर। अनि अकस्मात राति कसैले उसको घरको ढोकामा ढकढक आयो, कसैले ड्यामड्याम हानेको थियो। अनि उसले उठेर हेऱ्यो, बाहिर हेरेको एउटा चोरहरूको चाहिँ ग्रुप त्यहाँ आएर बसेका रहेछन् र उनीहरूले त्यहाँ आएर चाहिँ उसँग पैसा मागिरहेका थिए। A group of thieves demands 100 pounds, promising not to hurt Jonathan or his family if he cooperates. अनि त्यहाँ आएका चोरहरूले भन्दै थिए कि हामीलाई चाहिँ 100 पाउन्ड्स दिनुपर्छ, नत्र हामीले चाहिँ घर तोडफोड गर्छौँ, परिवारलाई पनि अस्तव्यस्त पार्छौँ। यदि तिमीले 100 पाउन्ड्स दियो भने हामीले परिवारलाई केही गर्दैनौ भनेर चाहिँ त्यहाँ आएका चोरहरूले चाहिँ त्यस्तो माग गरिरहेका थिए, त्यस्तो भनिरहेका थिए। फ्राइटेन्ड द फ्यामिली कल्स फर द नेबर्स एन्ड पुलिस। र उनीहरू निकै डराए, उनको परिवार निकै डरायो, जोनाथन पनि निकै डराए, मारिया पनि निकै डराई। उनीहरूले आफ्नो छिमेकीलाई पुकारे, छिमेकीलाई चिच्चाए अनि पुलिसलाई बोलाउने प्रयास गरे, बट नोबडी रेस्पोन्ड एन्ड कम्स टु हेल्प देम। तर उसका छिमेकीहरू कोही पनि त्यो बेलामा उसका छिमेकीहरू कोही पनि उसलाई साथ दिन सहयोग गर्न कोही पनि आएनन्। जोनाथन रिप्लाइज दैट he has is 20 pounds and he is ready to give it for his family's protection। अनि जोनाथनले के भन्यो भने मसँग 100 पाउन्ड्स पैसा छैन, मसँग मात्र 20 पाउन्ड पैसा छ, अरु पैसा मसँग छैन भनेर चाहिँ त्यो चोरहरूलाई उले भन्यो। Some thieves insist they should search the house for more, but the leaders agrees with amount and accept it। अनि त्यहाँ आएका चोरहरू मध्ये अरु चोरहरूले चाहिँ त्यसको ढोका फोरेर भित्र गएर सबै खोजौं, भित्र कतै लुका राखेको छ कि अरु पैसा भनेर चाहिँ केही चोरहरूले भने त्यो लिडर अफ द थीव्स, त्यो जुन चोरको जुन लिडर थियो त्यो लिडरले चाहिँ हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ उले 20 पाउन्ड पैसा दिने भन्ने कुरालाई उले स्वीकार गर्यो। अनि द फ्लाइङ मर्निङ द नेबर्स ग्यादर टु रिभ्यू द रिजल्ट अफ द नेबर्स अनफर्चुनेट डिस्टर्बेन्स। अनि अर्को दिन बिहान चाहिँ उसका छिमेकीहरूले चाहिँ राति चोर पसेको अनि के भयो होला भनेर छिमेकीहरू त्यो घर हेर्न भनेर आए। हेर्न भनेर आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो घरमा चाहिँ जोनाथन उसको परिवारहरूलाई उनीहरूले देख्दै देखेनन्। अनि किनभने जोनाथनको परिवार, फ्यामिली, वाइफ, चिल्ड्रेनहरू सबै काममा गइसकेका थिए। जोनाथन एक्सप्लेन देम दैट द रिवार्ड मनी क्यान नट कम्पेयर टु व्हाट इज लस्ट इन द वर्ल्ड। अनि उसले पछि छिमेकीहरूसँग भेट भयो अनि भन्यो त्यो जुन मैले जुन पुरस्कार उपहार पाएको पैसा थिए त्यो पैसा गुमाएर मलाई केही पनि भएको छैन, किनभने मैले युद्धबाट धेरै कुराहरू पाएको छु, युद्धबाट मेरो ज्यान बचेको छ। किनभने मैले जुन पैसा उपहारबाट पाएँ 20 पाउन्ड त मेरो लागि केही पनि होइन, किनभने मैले आफ्नो जीवन पाएको छु, मेरो परिवारहरु मेरो साथमा पाएको छु, सबभन्दा ठूलो कुरो त्यो हो भनेर चाहिँ उले छिमेकीहरूलाई त्यो कुरा गर्छ। He chooses to focus on his work in the prison rather than regret what has happened। अनि उसले चाहिँ विगतमा जे भयो, चोरले पैसा लिएर गए, जे भयो पनि मलाई कुनै पश्चाताप छैन, म अब चाहिँ आफ्नो काममा फोकस गर्नुपर्छ, म आफ्नो कामलाई प्राथमिकता दिनुपर्छ भनेर चाहिँ उले त्यस्तो प्रतिक्रिया दिन्छ। In this way, the story follows Jonathan Iwegu, who collects the fragments of his life after the end of Nigerian civil war। वास्तवमा जोनाथनले यति ठूलो युद्ध भएर आफ्नो जीवन गिफ्टको रूपमा पाएको थियो, आफ्नो परिवार आफ्नो साथमा पाएको थियो, कयौं परिवारहरू मरेका थिए, धेरैभन्दा धेरै मानिसहरू हताहत भएका थिए, तर जोनाथन आफैलाई भाग्यमान ठानेको थियो, लकी ठानेको थियो, किनभने नाइजेरियन सिभिल वारबाट उनको परिवार बचेको थियो। इट प्रेजेस द पावर अफ पोजिटिभ थिंकिङ थ्रु जोनाथन सक्सेस। र यो स्टोरीबाट जोनाथनको सकारात्मक विचार जसले गर्दा ऊ अगाडि बढ्यो, सकारात्मक विचारले गर्दा ऊ अगाडि बढेर उसको जीवन सफलतातिर लम्केको कुरा उले आफैलाई बुझ्छ, विश्वास गर्छ। This shows that people are hopeful for bright future after the end of the civil war। The writer thus gives more emphasis on civil peace and civil war। र यो कथा मार्फत सिन्बा अचिबेले नाइजेरियन देशमा भएको आन्तरिक कलह, आन्तरिक द्वन्द्व जसले गर्दा धेरै मानिसहरू मरेका, उनीहरूको अवस्था भयावह रहेको भन्ने एउटा सन्देश एउटा चाहिँ, अनि त्यसका बीच पनि मानिसहरू चाहिँ उनीहरू मिलेर बसिरहेका र उनीहरू जति मानिसहरू बाँचे उनीहरू आफैलाई भाग्यमानी ठानेका र उनीहरू चाहिँ एकदमै मेहनत गरेर आफैलाई आफ्नो जीवनस्तर उकास्न खोजेको एउटा सन्देश बोकेको स्टोरी हो सिभिल पीस बाय सिन्बा अचिबे। स्टुडेन्ट, आई होप यु अन्डरस्टुड द लेसन दिस सिभिल पीस बाय सिन्बा अचिबे। This story depicts the life of Nigerian people। In Nigeria, there was an internal conflict. Due to the internal conflict, many people were killed in the war. So after the war, some people were survived, some people were killed there. Those people who were survived, they struggle a lot to run their livelihood, to upgrade their life standard. We see in the story. So now we go into the some question here, understanding the text. Let's go there. There is a question. Why did Jonathan think of himself as extraordinarily lucky? Jonathan thought of himself as extraordinarily lucky because he survived the civil war with his wife and children. What are the 5 blessings for Jonathan is grateful? Jonathan used to say he had 5 blessings. The 5 blessings for which Jonathan is grateful are his head, his wife's Maria's head, and heads of the 3 children out of their 4 children, because 1 child was killed in a war, was died in a war. And next one, why did Jonathan mistrust the officer who wanted to take his bicycle? What does this tell you about the situation in Nigeria? Jonathan mistrusted the officer who wanted to take his bicycle because of his certain lack of grip and firmness in his manner. He saved his bicycle, giving £2 to the officer. It reveals corruption and dishonesty prevailed in the Nigerian society as an effect of civil war. So before he buried the bicycle into the mud there, he handed £2 to the police officer. Then he buried the bicycle there. So it shows the corrupted nature of the officer in Nigerian society. And the next question, what visitors might be at the door? Are Jonathan and his wife completely surprised? The people who show up at the door are thieves. He and his family sought for help, but nobody came. The leaders demands £100. Jonathan says that he doesn't have that much money. All he has is £20 that he receives at treasury. The leader decides to accept the amount. Jonathan gives it to him and thieves go away. And next question is, why does no one in the neighborhood respond when thieves pound on Jonathan's door? Why do the thieves call for the police? No one in the neighborhood respond when the thieves pound on the Jonathan door because they are scared of the thieves. They call for the police to make fun of Jonathan and his family. So they call there. And next question is, that is, what does Jonathan mean by his expression, nothing puzzles God? What does this expression reveal about his character? Explain by citing details from the history. Jonathan's expression, nothing puzzles the God, indicates his deep religious faith in God and pessimistic nature. Jonathan repeated utters the expression for positive outcomes like the survival of his home and family as blessing or miracle sign in bad situation like coal mines, closing and robbery. He is willing to accept that he cannot control the force of the fate and instead focuses on the future. He successfully manages the chaos of the war and it is aftermath by accepting both good and bad events. He has the will of the God. By attributing events to God, uh, he accepts his disability to change things that have already come to pass. This makes him focus his determination on working for the future and instead of indulging in self-pity. So, and the next question is, how does Jonathan change as experiences the conflict in the life? Jonathan makes himself free from agonizing about the experience of the civil war and its after effects. He exhibits a happy tone even in the face of hard times. He becomes more willingly to get rid of material and monetary things to preserve what he cares for most, his and his family life. This willingness allows him to use his energy constructively in the present instead of having negative emotion for the past. His optimism remains unshakable throughout the history. We see that. Read the extra and answer the question with the speaker. Jonathan is the speaker there. The speaker talking to himself. You can get from there. And Nigerian English words as soja, soldier, kata, katakata, that is confusion, trouble, deprived, from English word were transformed by native language phonologies. What does the authors use a dialect? Here add to the history. Achive has blended both standard and local language to make the history real. He uses these languages to differentiate the protagonist from the thieves outside his door. This dialogue draws significant attention to this inconsistency. The use of dialogue has created authentic Nigerian character. He has invented a new form of English, a Nigerian English dialect to show the bicultural heritage of his nation. And the next one is, why do you think the thieves who come to rob Jonathan speak English with a heavier African accent than Jonathan does? The Barol accents contrast English spoken by the thieves in a heavier uh, in a heavier African accent. Uh, Proper English spoken by Jonathan there. So it shows that the ways thieves are making fun of the families call for help by reinforces these differences. For example, the family cries out, "We are lost," but in a heavier English accent, this plea becomes "We don't lost." That shows Achibe makes use of English with an American accent for the three reasons. The differences between speeches suggest that Jonathan is better educated than thieves. Also, the use of English accurately reflects the Eastern Nigerian society. Lastly, the broken English is used to produce comic effect. In this study, we see that the title of the study, Civil Peace, itself ironical, Civil Peace from Civil War. Do you think that the title of the study appropriate, or would Civil War have been a better title explained? That is the question. Achibe uses the title in an ironical way to highlight the violence which is still present in a post-war Nigeria. Though the war has come to an end, the area is still chaotic and filled with disagreement. The war leaves the tremendous amount of destruction, Jonathan gathers up what he can to rebuild his life. Even a group of thieves use the term civil peace there. They use civil peace when they rob Iwigbu and his family. Moreover, the violence that was common during the war isn't gone, and the things are not much better for common people like Jonathan Iwigbu. The story flows Jonathan, who collects the fragments of his life after the end of Nigerian Civil War. It prays the power of positive thinking through the Jonathan success. This shows that people are hopeful for bright future after the end of war. The writer thus gives more emphasis on civil war there. The writer gives more emphasis on that matter. So, dear students, now we are at the end of this lesson. The Civil Peace by Chinua Achebe. I hope you understood the lesson. You understand the concept and the question based on exercise based on the text. Now, if you have any confusion regarding this, lesson, regarding this subject, don't forget to comment there on the comment section. And one more thing, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment Versatile Learning Network. Hope to meet you in our next class, next video. See you. Take care. Goodbye.